The Galactic Confederation had conquered 17 solar systems, subjugated 43 sentient species, and established a military doctrine so sophisticated that their tactical algorithms could predict enemy movements 16 steps ahead. Their warships were marvels of advanced technology, sleek, elegant vessels, powered by harvested dark matter and equipped with quantum weaponry that could disintegrate targets across dimensional planes. So when the scanners aboard the Confederation's flagship, Inevitable Triumph, detected a lone human vessel approaching from the backwater Sol system, Admiral Zixvar merely flicked 2 of his 7 appendages in dismissal. "Primitive species," he muttered to his second-in-command. "They've barely mastered interplanetary travel. Establish contact and inform them of their immediate surrender." The human ship that appeared on their view screen was, by all measurable standards, an embarrassment. It resembled nothing so much as a flying brick, an ungainly rectangular mass of metal plates welded together with what appeared to be minimal consideration for aerodynamics, aesthetics, or basic engineering principles. Crude thrusters sprouted from its rear like metallic tumors, and its hull was riddled with what the Confederation's sensors identified as repair patches of varying ages and materials. Most insulting of all was the vessel's name, painted in garish red letters across its bow: USSS OOPS. "They're responding to our hail, Admiral," reported the communications officer. The human captain who appeared on screen wore a stained uniform. She casually saluted with one hand while sipping from a container labeled COFFAEE with the other. "Howdy," she drawled. "Captain Hannah Rodriguez of Earth. Nice ship you got there." "Very pointy." Admiral Zixvar bristled. "Human vessel, you have entered Confederation space. Your primitive craft is no match for our armada. Surrender immediately or be destroyed." Captain Rodriguez seemed to consider this for a moment, then shrugged. "Nah." Before the Admiral could respond, the tactical officer interrupted with alarm. "Admiral, the human ship is doing something." On the view screen, the USS OOPS was indeed doing something. It had begun to rotate slowly, seemingly out of control, its thrusters firing in contradictory patterns. "Are they malfunctioning?" Zixvar asked incredulously. "Unknown, sir. Their power signature is fluctuating wildly." Captain Rodriguez's image flickered on the screen. "Sorry about that. New guy on the engine controls. Say, while we're sorting this out, would you mind not shooting at us for a minute?" The Admiral's patience evaporated. Target their propulsion systems. Disable that embarrassment of a vessel. The Inevitable Triumph fired a precision quantum lance, a weapon capable of threading a needle at half a light-year's distance. But somehow, due to the OOPSE's erratic movements, the lance missed entirely. "Sir," the tactical officer reported, "they're still wobbling." "Fire again." 3 more shots, 3 more misses. The human ship continued its chaotic dance in space, defying all predictive algorithms. "Captain Rodriguez," the Admiral snarled, "cease your evasive maneuvers immediately." Rodriguez looked genuinely confused. "Evasive? What now?" "Oh, the spinning. That's not on purpose." Jenkins was trying to heat up his lunch burrito in the auxiliary power coupling, and it sort of exploded. "We're just trying to stabilize." As if to punctuate her statement, a small explosion rippled across the OOPSE's hull, launching what appeared to be a refrigeration unit into space. Impossibly, this jettisoned appliance collided with an incoming Confederation missile, detonating it harmlessly in the void. Over the next hour, the Admiral's frustration mounted as every sophisticated weapon in the Confederation's arsenal somehow failed to connect with the human vessel. The OOPS continued its unpredictable tumbling, occasionally emitting bursts of what sensors identified as kitchen waste and laundry water, creating a chaotic debris field that confused targeting systems. "Sir," the science officer finally admitted, "our predictive algorithms cannot calculate their trajectory because there isn't one. They appear to be operating on complete randomness." Or Rodriguez hailed them again. "Hey there. So we've got the spinning mostly under control now. But Jenkins accidentally engaged our experimental quantum agitator while trying to stop the spinning. So, don't mind any temporal anomalies you might experience. That's probably normal." Probably. Admiral HFY watched in horror as the OOPS suddenly blinked out of existence, only to reappear directly beside one of his cruisers. The ships collided with a sickening crunch of metal, though the human vessel seemed oddly undamaged. "Oops," Rodriguez called cheerfully. "That's why we named her that, you know." As the battle continued, more Confederation vessels arrived, surrounding the lone human ship. Yet somehow, through what could only be described as catastrophic luck, the OOPS continued to evade destruction. When torpedoes approached, a crewman would accidentally vent the sewage system, creating a cloud that absorbed the impact. When energy weapons fired, the ship would coincidentally rotate just enough that its thickest armor, apparently reinforced with scrap metal from their own planet's junkyard, took the brunt of the hit. Most infuriating of all was that the humans never once returned fire with any recognizable weapon. Instead, they seemed to be causing damage through sheer incompetence, colliding with Confederation ships, venting explosive gases at precisely the wrong or right moment, or accidentally activating experimental systems that defied the laws of physics as the Confederation understood them. 6 hours into the encounter, Admiral HFY's fleet had lost 3 cruisers, a supply vessel, and the respect of the High Command. The OOPS had suffered nothing worse than a dented hull plate and what Rodriguez described as a small fire in the men's bathroom. But we put that out with the ice cream maker, so we're good. Admiral, his second-in-command, suggested quietly, "Perhaps we should retreat and reconsider our approach to human vessels." HFY's pride rebelled, but his tactical mind saw the wisdom. This single primitive vessel had made a mockery of the Confederation's most advanced military doctrine. "Very well," he conceded. Signaled the retreat. As the Confederation ships began to withdraw, Captain Rodriguez hailed them one final time.